Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just gonna be straight up honest with y'all. I'm still in the process of doing my podcast, and honey, I don't know what to talk about today. My brain is blank, and I don't know what to talk about. I mean, besides the fact of how disappointed and how upset I am right now by a certain situation, but at the end of the day, I don't know what to talk about. I have topics I can talk about, but I just don't know where to start with it. But I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Um, I want to talk about some of the things that's going on in pop culture a little bit. Not pop culture, real life, everyday things, and some of that. Okay, I didn't say that. No wonder when I looked at this, I was like, I don't have nothing. I really don't have anything. Um. So yeah. Where I want to start? Which toxic situation do I want to start about talking about? Okay. All these situations are toxic, honey. All of them toxic. Look at them. All right. We're going to start with this. If you hear me start coughing, just say bless you and keep it moving. Or bless me. Give me bliss. Bless me. I need bliss. I need to be blessed, okay? I'm bliss. All right. So, I'm trying to figure out how not to cough. According to it's on site. Oh my God. According to it's on site, Secret Service seized $286 million of stolen pandemic relief loans, according to reports. I'm not going to read all of it. I'm just going to say this. This is a public service announcement from Lady Tiffany, Ma. If you have taken money from the government, that is PPP loans, okay, knowing good and well you ain't got no business, give it back, or they will arrest you and put you in prison for taking money. Okay? They will take your ass to jail for that. Okay? That's just long story short. So the warning is Secret Service is seizing $286 million of stolen pandemic relief loans. Okay? So if you don't give it back, they will take it back. Basically. Then they're going to arrest you in the most embarrassing way they can find. Okay? Now I know because some of y'all are on this whole, F the police mode and stick it to the man kind of behavior. But are you really winning if you're taking money from the same institution that enslaved your people? How you gonna be mad when they ask for it back? Okay. How you gonna be mad they asked for that money back? So if you illegally have taken PPP loans or anything from the COVID relief fund, please just give it back. That's it. That's all, Paul. I want to talk about this. So these two are fighting because the ratings at Bravo are bad. Long story short. Okay. Bravo has ran its course just like MTV Real World and Road Rules ran its course. Just like who else? Just like I'm trying to think of who else. Wow. Basically, this season of Bravo is not worth talking about. It's not worth talking about so bad to where Marlo has to bring up old facts that Candy Burris is a hoe. How many seasons do we have to bring back that Candy Burris is a hoe? We get it, all right? She's a homewrecker. We get it. Okay? All right. Candy Burris is a homewrecker. We don't have to drag it for 10 years. It's the same thing with Kim Kardashian is a porn star. You ain't gotta throw up in her face every day. I don't like Kim, but you can't throw it in her face every day that she's a porn star. Okay? So now Sheree and Drew Sidor are trying to get ratings because Drew is dragging Sheree for not paying her for the party. If we're friends and you do a party and you offer to do it for free, don't ask me for shit. And 9 out of 10 times, I'm gonna pay you anyway. I'm gonna pay you because I want to honor my friendship, and I'm gonna pay you even if you don't ask for money. But if you really didn't want to do it, you shouldn't have done it. That's just period. This is so niggerish. It's niggerish that in order to get a storyline, you over here dating Martell Holt, and he over here having an argument with his whole wife because apparently the ratings over there at OWN is suffering too. They have a full blown out argument like kids don't read stuff on the internet. They teach them babies how to read at 5 now. I'm pretty sure you got 3 of them that's over 5 that can read. But anyway, not my household, not my problem. But yeah, I think it's trifling that she dragging Sheree for not having money. I think it's trifling when you drag people for not having money. This trifling. Let's talk about this. Girl. According to the Lovely Tea, OnlyFans model Courtney Cleany was denied bond. Okay. 26-year-old Courtney Cleany was returned to a jail cell after making her first court appearance in Miami-Dade County on Saturday. Now, this is the girl that I told y'all that was Baker acted, okay? She killed her black boyfriend and she was Baker acting because she said that she was not mentally stable. You know, psychopaths can say that these days now. Okay? She is facing a second-degree murder charge for fatally stabbing Christian Abumsali, 27, in the chest during a fight in April. Attorneys for Clooney, who boasts 2 million Instagram followers and OnlyFans business, have argued that she killed Abumsali in self-defense. And pushing for bail, lawyers Frank Prito, why did I do that? Why did I spit when I said that? Said she should be facing the manslaughter rap at most. It was deserving of a bond package, according to CBS Miami. But Judge Jacqueline Woodward denied that bid, sending Clooney back behind bars to await her next court date. The judge is a woman. Woo! Yeah, women can see through that. Mm-hmm. The big boobs and the tears don't work with the woman, honey. Ooh. Clooney was arrested while in rehab and therapy. For what? Being a psychopath? Anyway. Fuck her. She killed that man. And it was not in self-defense. I'm pretty sure that she could have got her little white hillbilly brothers to kill his ass if he put hands on her. Trust and believe. Even your white friends said that you were abusive toward this man. So, yeah. Let's talk about this. Y'all know I've been all over Sanella Diana's ass recently, okay? Let's talk about this. Now, I think this is messed up. I get why. But I think this is messed up because it affects her boyfriend. But she just lost a little boyfriend, honey. She ain't got no little boyfriend. Y'all just ruined her little life. Her little sugar baby is ruined. He's ruined. I know one thing. She better make sure he don't get child support out of her. Anyway, according to Real Andy BH, Diana Jenkins, an actor, allegedly has been certified a persona non grata in the music industry because labels are worried that their alleged connection to Epstein will make them a liability. Asher received royalties every time he performs an original song on the show, and production was asked if they could help position him as a star. But they didn't. But they did. But well, no, they did. But none of the labels were signing him want him. One label has shown interest until the bot farm attacked Jax this week. Jax is Garcelle's 14-year-old son, okay? Who was attacked. Some of his friends are even afraid to appear with him on camera because they're afraid of what could happen if Diana's trafficking allegations become headlines news. This tea is hot. Here we go. Let me say this. And I know she's going to say, I know she's going to say that kind of somewhat Garcelle ruined her reputation. But no, you ruin your own reputation, dear. People have been talking about this for years. And you still chose to be on a reality TV show. It's just like Erica Girardi knew that the storm was coming with Tom Girardi. And so she decided to be part of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because she needed money that was not from widows and orphans. So she wanted to make it seem like she had money that had nothing to do with the case that her husband was going through. But I see that she had to give them diamond earrings back. And watch this little asshole right here, Asher. He's gonna try to take her out for child support and get custody of their little girl. Watch. I already know it because people are assholes like that. Oh Lord, what did I just do? Okay. People are acting crazy now. And it's tenants. It's tenants who are doing this. Right. So according to the Shade Room, a Houston man who was being evicted from his home reportedly set fire to the building to lure his fellow tenants outside before shooting and killing 3 of them. The man, who was not immediately identified but was described as down on his luck with medical and financial issues, set the building on fire, according to the reports, before help arrived. The suspect then began shooting at firefighters as they attempted to put out the fire, forcing them to take cover until police located and shot the prone gunman. Police Chief Troy Fenner told AP News that authorities arrived at the apartment building around 1 a.m. on Sunday in Southwest Houston. You know, I don't even want to comment on that. Okay. So I want y'all to hear what Michael Jackson's director of security had to say. His anniversary, his birthday, his 64th birthday anniversary, was a day ago. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh crap! Now I gotta turn the thing.
Bring him to Neverland. I walked Dr. Klein upstairs to Michael's room. I went back downstairs, and we weren't gone any more than 4 minutes at the most. And by the time I got back up, Michael was so out of it, he was almost a zombie. And at times you'd want to put hands on people like that. He's disgusting to me. Dealt with Arnold Klein a couple of times.
Y'all remember back in the day when they blamed Conrad Murray? Because they had to quickly hold somebody accountable for his death. So they chose to pick on Conrad Murray. Of course, according to the director of security of Michael Jackson, Carrie Anderson, he is saying that Dr. Arnie Klein also was behind this too. So this is going to be very interesting.
Like with Bond.
All right, I want y'all to hear what this guy had to say. I feel like it's bad timing. That's something you shouldn't say, especially because of what's going on in Atlanta. But let's hear what he has to say.
people don't understand this. Like, you know, on the way to the hospital and all that shit, he was okay. Like, move up and them and all that. Like, you know, they'll tell you, like, Vaughn was cool in that car. He wasn't a dying man in the car on the way to the hospital. So when he died, it was just like, what? I feel like God felt like Vaughn didn't deserve to go to jail forever. Because you know that Rico, that O Block Rico, Vaughn was the head of that. So when the people they got now, Vaughn would have been the face of that case. And they would have just threw duck murder on him and did all that shit. And now Vaughn set all his time to come home and become a superstar just to go back to jail forever. I don't feel like he deserved that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, God called him home. It probably was a situation to where, oh, you know what I'm saying? He don't deserve to be in prison forever. So, you know, he left his mark on the world. So just come with me type shit. Like with Bond. Like,
all right, I'm gonna say this. Everybody in the comment section is smarting off with him and just being mad at him. I get what he's saying. I don't take offense to what he's saying, but once again, I'm not a King Von fan. But I see what he's saying when he said that there's a possibility that he could be getting a RICO case. I get what he's saying. But it's suspicious that he said that the day that Vaughn died, that he wasn't dead and he was doing fine. That's suspicious. I'm not going to dig deep into that, though.
I ain't never put my...
Well, did dig into that
the
neither.
second-degree murder charge she faces.
I want y'all to hear a news report about this. Courtney, the psychopath.
There's not probable cause for second-degree murder, Judge. At best, it's manslaughter.
Her lawyer says the state cherry-picked text messages in their finding of probable cause, and that Clenny did have some bruising.
The detective also indicated there's no signs of bruising that were consistent with Ms. Clenny. I was at the homicide unit, and I have photographs of her bruising.
Ultimately, the judge says Clenny's legal team must file motions and have them heard before a judge familiar with the second-degree murder charge she faced.
Okay. I don't know why I still got this. I just had this because I want to watch it personally, though. But congratulations to Serena Williams for you winning the first part of the U.S. Opening. Okay, I want to say this. Let's go back. All right. I do want to talk about this because this is a morals thing. I'm not talking about this whole situation because this ain't got nothing to do with the point I'm trying to make. Okay. Well, it does. It does. Okay. Y'all know that he was over here crying and he was upset that his busted baby. Y'all call her his busted baby. He busted baby was he said she was out here being a whore and all that stuff. What's her name? I forgot what the little girl name is. Her, his little girlfriend. She was out here acting like a whore and all that weird stuff, right? That's what he said, according to him. But it don't take much for a man to call you a hoe. I've been called a hoe, and I'm not a hoe, and it's weird. But it doesn't take much for these guys to call you a whore, a slut, any of these things, you know, when their mama's a full-blown prostitute. But we ain't gonna go into that. So it's all allegations by him claiming that little shawty pimp is a hoe. Meanwhile, you're still married, you fucking bastard. Let's talk about that for a minute. You're still married. You a 40-something-year-old grown-ass man over here calling a girl who's old enough to be your daughter a whore because she won't submit to you. But then you're still a whole married man. How you gonna call her a whore when you cheating on your wife? Yeah. So whatever. It's karma.
I'm not targeting.
All right. So I want to talk about this real quick. Okay. She's addressed that she's targeting members of the hip hop community by using rap lyrics and RICO cases. Y'all, this is what she mean when she said more coming down the pipeline, girl. So let's listen to what she got to say.
Anyone, but however, you do not get to commit crimes in my county and then decide to brag on it, which you do that for a form of intimidation and to further the gang and not be held responsible. One of the lyrics used in this indictment, just one of the lyrics is, me and my crew striking in all black. Send me the drop, we'll kick it in the house. If we steal a car, we're going to take off the tag. Well, they kick it indoors, committing home invasions, and now I'm using those lyrics that they're admitting to doing that. I'm going to continue to do that. People can continue to be angry about it. I have some legal advice. Don't confess to crimes on rap lyrics if you do not want them used, or at least get out of my county.
Woo!
I'm not targeting anyone, but
you commit a crime in Fulton County, Fani Willis is gonna drag your ass. So according to the Shade Room, her comments were made during a press conference about the recent burglaries and that has been occurring in Fulton County. Authorities have indicted 26 members of a local gang who they say are responsible for breaking into the homes of Atlanta celebs such as Marlon Hampton and subsequently rapped about breaking and entering on a song. She will find you. Period.
What are your
Okay, so I found this to be interesting last night when I was looking at the Lovely Tea. They're around here giving hysterectomies to kids under 16 years old. Listen to this.
Thank you for calling National Hospital. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance.
I was calling for information about gender-affirming hysterectomies.
Okay, so gender-affirming hysterectomy.
I've been in touch with quite a few hospitals, and a lot of them, well, they said they won't do it for my 16-year-old. And then I was told that this hospital might, and I also saw it on your website. So if you guys do it for a 16-year-old, I would be happy for, to come for a consultation or whatever it takes.
Let me get you over to the operator, and I hate to transfer you.
I just want to know if you guys do service that age, before coming all the way for an in-person consult and going through all the paperwork and everything.
Yeah, it depends. Each department is different. Some departments come.
Thank you for calling National Hospital.
Curiosity, do you know what's the youngest age you
What is your child gender changing to, so I can point you to the right direction?
Yeah, well, he transitioned to male. He already had the top surgery, and now we're looking for the hysterectomy.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm going to transfer you to the GYN nurse line. One of the nurses will give you a call to give you more information and to let you know the steps and the protocol that they do for that, okay?
Okay. So they do. So they would do it for that age.
Yes.
Okay, great. Is it a common procedure that you guys do for that age?
Yes. We have all different type of age groups that comes in for that.
For the hysterectomy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just out of curiosity.
What is your child gender changing to? So I can.
Curiosity, do you know like what's the youngest age you would do it on?
I'm not sure, but I have seen younger kids, and I'm not, due to HIPAA, I'm not allowed to say that, but I have seen younger kids, younger than your child's age.
Get the gender affirming hysterectomy surgery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I really appreciate curiosity. Do you know like what's the youngest age you would do it on?
I'm not sure.
Your patient.
16.
Okay. All right. So they're in the clear. I'll email Dr. Call and.
I don't think I unmute myself. I think I heard enough of this shit. This goes back to when I was talking about Fannie Lou Hammer, which I was supposed to do a Patreon on that too, and Planned Parenthood, and how Planned Parenthood kind of played its role before abortions on giving Black women unneeded hysterectomies. Girl, it's getting scarier and scarier each day. That's all I have to say about this. It's getting very scary out here. Children can't even be children. Okay. So according to the Shade Room, Long Island mother and daughter con artists they conned nearly $1 million from over a dozen different credit card companies for more than a decade, funding a lavish lifestyle of designer clothes and jet-setting vacation across the globe, according to authorities. I guess Black people ain't the only one that has a knack for fashion. Karen Geese, 61, and her daughter, Elisa Geese, 33, pleaded not guilty on Friday to a series of charges including fraud and grand larceny, according to an indictment obtained by a New York Post. Assistant District Attorney Catherine McCall told Justice Laura Ward that the purchase range in nature from the luxurious to the mundane, and the funded trips to exotic destinations including Paris, Milan, and I don't know what I would say Norway. But you see how long it took them to get them, right? $850,000. Ain't that something?
Over the weekend.
All right, yeah, because I don't want to read this article. Let's talk about Mississippi for a minute.
Over the weekend, we started developing water distribution plans, sourcing tankers, and assessing all of the risk associated with an event like this. We also set a meeting for today between the mayor and our experts. All of this was with the prayer that we would have more time before their system ran to failure. Unfortunately, that failure appears to have begun. Over the weekend, we started developing water distribution plans, sourcing tank.
I'm slightly irritated by the comment by this person in the comment section with the what the and the weird face. Um, because it's just like it's a very close-minded idea that you think that nothing like this could be happening in America. So Governor Tate Reeves has declared a state of emergency to Jackson residents. As we reported earlier, the city main water treatment facility failed on Monday. When they say we, the shade room, not me. Governor Reeves told residents sorry, do not drink the water. He said as long as Jackson has lack of reliable running water, the city cannot produce enough water to reliably flush toilets, fight fires, and meet other critical needs. This is awful and scary. You know, California is going through the same thing. They have a water crisis in California because they have a drought. So y'all pray for people in Jackson, Mississippi. Now look how the mighty has fallen. I tell you, this is the karma for that boy death. You don't get gotten in one way, you're gonna get gotten another one. I'm telling you. Y'all think y'all invincible, but you really ain't. I'm telling you. Y'all be sitting over here acting like fat meat is greasy. Fat meat is really greasy. Okay? DaBaby cancels arena concert in New Orleans after selling less than 500 tickets. Some tickets were on sale for as low as $35. I'm going to say this. I'll say this to anybody. Okay? This is not just DaBaby. Don't think your karma is going to be good when you murder someone. You might get away with murder due to the justice system, but trust and believe you did not get away with murder. Trust and believe. Not they was selling tickets for $35 and people still didn't buy them shitty ass tickets. That's messed up. That's so messed up. I ain't got nothing smart to say. I just want to show this. I ain't got nothing to say. I just want y'all to see that. Oh, here's another one I want y'all to see too. But Sutton's a liability. I want y'all to hear what Matt Damon had to say about the entertainment industry from the lovely team. Watch this.
So I think a scenario lots of viewers can relate to is sitting on the couch on a Friday night, going through the streaming services, cycling through the movies and thinking to themselves, they're not making movies for me anymore. As somebody who's been intimately involved in movie making for 30 years, what are the macro Hollywood conditions behind that sentiment?
Well, so what happened was the DVD was a huge part of our business, of our revenue stream. And technology has just made that obsolete. And so the movies that we used to make, you could afford to not make all of your money when it played in the theater because you knew you had the DVD coming behind the release. And 6 months later, you'd get a whole nother chunk. It would be like reopening the movie almost. And when that went away, that changed the type of movies that we could make. I did this movie Behind the Candelabra, and I talked to a studio executive who explained it was a $25 million movie. I would have to put that much into print and advertising, right, to market it, what we call P&A. So I'd have to put that in P&A. So now I'm in $50 million. I have to split everything I get with the exhibitor, right, the people who own the movie theaters. So I would have to make $100 million before I got into profit. And the idea of making $100 million on a story about like this love affair between these two people, yeah, I love everyone in the movie, but that's suddenly a massive gamble in a way that it wasn't in the 1990s when they were making all those kind of movies, the kind of movies that I loved and the kind of movies that were my bread and butter.
So I think a scenario lots of viewers can relate to is sitting on the...
So this is why movies have been sucking lately. Yeah, this is why movies been sucking. With that being said, I hope you guys have a lovely remainder of Tuesday. It's kind of sad, especially for people who are creatives like me. So I might come back on Friday. I don't know. And also, yeah. By the way, I saw the official trailer to the B2K Drink Champs, and apparently it's gonna be airing on. It's not gonna be airing. It's going to be live on September 1st. I'm gonna say this. I do not support train wrecks. When I know it's going to be a train wreck, I don't want to see it. Because they think they are exposing Omarion. And the truth of the matter is, I think Boog and Fizz think they're exposing Omarion. Raj is just there so he won't get fined. Raj said his piece 20 years ago. Y'all didn't listen to him 20 years ago. So he said his piece. He ain't got nothing to say. Okay? Y'all listen. So I don't want to watch a train wreck. I'm not going to watch it, and I'm not going to give you a preview of it neither. And the party is supposed to be in Atlanta, and I decided not to go back to any of his parties. Yes, I said sorry for my part, but I don't want to go back to any of his parties at all. So, yeah. With that being said, hope you guys have a nice day. Wash your hand, wash your ass. They said monkeypox has now had a victim that died. I was trying to find that article. Let me see if I can find that article real quick. Hold on. About monkeypox. Y'all know Mikhail Gorbachev, he passed. He used to be Soviet Union president, Mikhail Gorbachev. He's the one that took down that wall in Russia and ended the Soviet Union. Was it? Hold on. Let's see who was on honey. Dang, I just got an Instagram. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. And no, I don't have COVID. I don't have COVID. Oh, Lord. Okay, here it goes. The lottery winner goes to the state of Texas for the first death in the U.S. of a person with monkeypox. So this is why I say, and I'm going to repeat again. Wash your hands. Wash your asses. Okay? Let me say it again. Wash your head and wash your arses. Wear your mask. Put on some gloves. The monkeypox has started killing people. Allegedly. Thank you guys for coming to my live. I am so